It's the morning show on K101 as we do now every, I guess it's the last Thursday of the month.
Thursday. I messed that up last week.
Yeah.
The Tech Bites. What's on the menu, Mr. Holt?
We need Mr. Holt here one of these
Mr. Holt
days.
must be on a diet as he sent his surrogates to. And they do a wonderful job. Of course, Gaines is too busy supporting the Longhorns. Anyway, Taylor Burnett's in our studio this morning. Great to have Taylor. We like him better because he's an OSU type fellow. He likes America's brightest orange. So, Taylor, good morning. Thanks for being here.
Well, thanks for having me on. And you get the A team with me. You know, we're used to it as Barkley being gone as well. That's why I'm glad you're not calling it Barkley's Bites as much anymore. And Diet and Barkley don't go together, just so you know as well.
Wow. And how do you put up with Gaines with the Longhorns in the top five? Is he pretty mouthy?
No, he is not. He was after the Red River shootout,
Okay.
A little bit, but I didn't really care. As far as I'm concerned, I really don't think there's a winner or a loser in that game.
I could go for that.
And then he
maybe.
got a little bit humbled after that week after. So, but when it comes to basketball season, he gets a little bit more arrogant. Yeah.
So anyway, it's been a while since a month almost since we've kind of got an update, kind of bird's eye view, Reader's Digest version of Tech Center. What's going on these days?
Well, we actually have 2 state officers now, which is a big thing. And those that don't understand is when they actually go through the same type of experience that they would, as a lot of people understand FFA state officers. But we have a DECA state officer, collegiate state officer, Tucker West, and then we have a HOSA state officer. He does not know his position yet, but it's Corbin Kanzler. The funniest thing about Corbin is he had to run. There was no ifs, ands, or buts.
Well, brothers, right?
Yeah, because of both brothers had made it. So, little brother has to show his worth because the littlest, the youngest, always are the favorites with the parents. So
what's the young one again? Who is that?
Corbin.
Corbin Kanzler.
Yes, okay. Corbin Kanzler, and he looks just like the other two. But great kids, great family.
Great kids.
Yeah, for sure. And he finds out his
Kevin's boys.
Yes, for sure.
State Farm guy down on 13th Street.
Yep. So yeah.
Now, HOSA and DECA, what
HOSA
is that?
is the medical side. DECA is kind of the business side, in essence. So that's what that is.
And, Skills USA, you've had state officers there.
Yep.
Kind of the
Corbin's
same deal.
middle brother actually was a Skills USA, and then Carson was actually, he was HOSA as well. So, yeah.
One thing that's impressive when there are meetings, community meetings or whatever, you all kind of encourage those kids, and they always have their blazers on and look really good, and you position them throughout the building to greet people, and that's impressive. I mean, that doesn't go unnoticed. I know it doesn't,
especially in today's society where no one likes to dress up, right? I mean, even here myself thinks, yeah.
You're kind of on, I guess, the businessy industry side. Haven't talked a whole lot about that as of late. Give us an update there.
So we really are 2 different sides when you look at us. I know that everybody says, no, don't stay in your silos, but it's what is kind of created across career tech. And so we're the business and industry side. And what I really, in essence, do is serve all the businesses, all the adult classes except for LPN. And we really are out there to try to help our area businesses grow and sustain. And, one of the things that we really have that mantra of is, if we don't try to help our youth have a reason to come back, want to come back, and have jobs that are plentiful, then our town's going to die a little bit. So we're here to kind of support those local industries. And then, of course, wind, oil, and gas, and industrial. And when it comes to safety training, it's the gamut of things.
Sure.
And, yeah, people really don't understand what we kind of do. We're kind of the unsung hero. But the sad thing is we're out there and we're busy and we train 2,000, 3,000 people a year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, the wind industry is obviously a major player in this part of the world, and I think folks sometimes lose sight that your classes, and I don't know, what are they, 20 or so, twice a year, give or take?
20 weeks we do twice a year, and we average probably about 16, 17 students. Our current class right now is going to graduate, I think December 14th, okay. I believe, right before Christmas. The crazy thing is we had 16 in the class that are going to be completers, and all 16 had job offers 2 weeks ago. and they're not even graduating yet. So
they're good jobs. They're not,
they're careers. They're
really
careers.
Good career jobs. That's,
yes. Jack would get on to me if I didn't say careers. Yes, yeah. I mean, it's a lifelong sustaining thing that's averaging $26 to $32 an hour. I don't know.
If there have been cases in the past that a kid may not want to move to a certain location or something, and didn't accept the job offer, but the offers are there and the jobs are there and they're really good. What a program! Goodness.
Thank you. And it's something 15 years ago when I first started that we were just as the inception, and everybody didn't understand what we were doing. Everybody could see the turbines in the horizon, but it's something that we've built upon and gotten better. And honestly, all our instructors and Jack Day pouring their heart, soul, all the support staff have really made it what it is. And it's kind of that stepping stone for kids that don't want to go on to college, or college didn't work out for them, to come back into as well.
One of the things I think that's impressed me more about Career Tech, specifically High Plains Technology Center, is adaptability, or you find a need out there, and that's probably not a very good word.
No, I love
flexibility.
Flexibility. Well,
maybe.
You identify a need and then you go after it, and that, with the wind training, and you're always proactive and not reactive. I guess.
Yeah, I love it because a person with extreme ADD loves that world and can be flexible. Because if I was sitting in something that was so rigorous and monotonous and not able to change and adapt, it would drive me crazy. Now, I'm not here to say that all my staff loves that when they come in Monday morning that their schedule is blown completely apart. But yeah, it's really what it is, and that we try to build things and try to build upon things, because if we're not trying to be out there and we're not trying to serve our youth, we're not trying to serve our businesses, we're not trying to serve our school districts, and now that we've expanded even further, it's Northwest Oklahoma, it's a big piece of the pie, then what are we doing?
I know there's some things that you probably can't talk about yet, but you're not stopping where you're at now. There are things on the horizon that are going to blow people away as well. I mean, you're still looking to improve. And that's what I'm trying to talk about, the adaptability part. Or
double secret probation. Yeah.
Okay.
Barkley might not like it. He might lose a couple more of his hairs. There are, and that's the unfortunate side of things, that we can't talk about all the things that we're doing, but we're not stopping. You're exactly right. Because what we've built upon and what we've shown is there is a place for our youth to be able to go and extend their education on the trades. I mean, we know what is lacking around here, and it's not really thought about a lot of times, but when you need a plumber, we need an electrician, we need HVAC, it's an issue. We don't want those kids to have to go to other communities to continue that. We know what we can do. Why not try to build upon that we can do here as well?
Woodward isn't the only place that I've been involved with the chamber for the last 20 years, and I'm told, and I haven't been anyplace else, so I don't know that it's not true, but the cooperation between, and we're real proud, I know we're real proud of our 3 tiers of education, obviously Career Tech and Common Ed, the public school system, and then Northwestern's branch campus. But the cooperation and those programs that you do together, and I'm told you don't find that everywhere. It's unusual, and why doesn't make any sense to me. Why wouldn't you? Who matters who gets credit for it? Let's just go do something.
Once again, if you're not serving your youth, what are you doing? And that's the beauty is if we sit here and think about it, our sending schools are our biggest client, because without that, we aren't around. From me on the business side, I always try to relay that to our my staff, because it can get lost. Our jobs are kind of cool. We're teaching some cool things. We're not teaching the different things. We're doing a lot of hands-on rescues and pick-off lines and go in confined space. So it is neat with things like that. But yeah, if we're not doing that, then what are we doing?
And the remodeling, it's been quite some time since you've completed it, but if you haven't been to the tech center and seen, with the meeting rooms and the health center now, just the always changing, always on top of things, it seems like. Adaptability once again.
Well, chameleons. You know, my wife says I'm not capable of change. I feel like I am, but that's the good
Well,
thing.
just as
with
long
life.
as you don't show up in crimson pants. That's
Well, that's not the change I would ever occur. Guaranteed. Yeah.
Yeah, and obviously we talk a lot about, it's not necessarily under the TAP program, but that's expanded, got larger, and why everybody in the state of Oklahoma is not following suit, that surprises me too, but that's neither here nor there. But
You're not wrong.
The expansion into Beaver and the 4 school systems there in Beaver, that's been another phenomenal accomplishment.
Well, the coolest thing that we've witnessed is, I will always shout the praises of TAP. I did not at first, and I definitely will now, and I'll beat that drum till the day is done, because those kids can learn. And if they can retain that, I wish I'd have had a TAP when I was in school. We had shop, yes,
right,
but we didn't have the whole thing, the whole gamut of things. And to see someone that goes through TAP, goes through our daytime programs, and then comes to either LPN or WIND, CDL, that's a win. That's a big thing. And then they're out there actually, because whether they're traveling or whatever, CDL and LPN and WIN, they can still live in the community and travel out to their jobs.
And there's a career there.
There you go.
That once again, back to the career. I did a story here a couple of weeks ago, and I saved it. Some comments from the Executive Director of Career Tech, I believe his name is Brent Haken. Oklahoma's career and technological schools reported its programs added about $1 billion, that's with a B, to the state's economy during the 23 fiscal year. The career tech programs accounted for more than $29 million in income tax and sales tax revenue, 8,600 jobs, according to a news release. These programs include career tech technology centers, and then the skill centers in adult ed and those type of things. But and obviously we're very proud of High Plains Technology Center, but the entire career tech program system in Oklahoma is phenomenal.
It really is, and that's what if I get stumped a lot, not very bright at times. The brightest orange is dulling a little bit, but if I get stumped a little bit, I have the people that I can go out there and talk about. It's the 29 districts, the schools, and you talk about knowledge base. If I don't know the answer, there's someone that probably does across the state.
The press release went on to say, and I think even the numbers are higher here, career tech programs had a 94% placement rate. 94% of career tech graduates were employed, continued education, or joined the military. That's phenomenal. And obviously, we talk about the win, and then you have choices of jobs there, but
Yes.
just to have that type of career is phenomenal with what career tech does.
Well, that's once again, why are we in it? I mean, it's just a simple question and a simple answer. And the beauty is I feel like instead of selling something, we're offering something, and it's something that I love to be a part of, honestly.
Yeah, we haven't talked about the health sciences, and that's not under necessarily your direct purview, if you will, but phenomenal nursing program and health services careers at High Plains.
And you talk about stair stepping, because I do oversee the CNA, the CMA, those adult type of classes. But talk about a stair step evolution when someone can go get their CNA, and then 6 months later get their CMA, and then go to LPN, go to RN, go to CRNA, whatever it need be, and earn that money, while I can. Medical field is always going to be the number one growing occupation. WIN was for a while, but to be able to have 1 and 2 a lot of times is pretty darn neat in our area.
Taylor, have we left anything out?
Not anything.
I'm sure we probably have. We could talk Oklahoma State football.
I know.
That wouldn't take
How
long.
much time?
Do you really want to, though? Do you really?
Well, for sure. It doesn't bother me because it's the love of a university.
All right.
I have flaws. So does Oklahoma State. But I will say we have exponentially gotten better than my first year at college. Under Pat Jones, we are 0-10-1 my first year. So
So it's
there
all
you go.
gravy for you.
Yes, there you go.
All right. Sean, you got anything? What do we have?
No, we're ready.
Taylor, thank you so much for
Thanks
being
for
here,
having
and
me
tell
on.
everybody hello out.
I'll make Barkley get on
at
sometime.
the Tech Center there. Explore that thing, folks. And I'm serious. The opportunities there are phenomenal. Not only necessarily for young people, and it's young people centered, obviously, but those various programs for adults as well to improve and enhance your careers.
Touche.
All right, there you go, Taylor. Thank you.